What it do, my loves? This your girl, 5 Star Key. And this is the Notebook. Now, on this podcast, we talk about real life situations, the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the wills, the wants, the do's, the don'ts, the ins, the outs. Like, this is just a place where we can just talk about real life situations, judgment free zone. Um, but yeah, always remember a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset, okay? So today, I pray that my heart is filled with understanding and compassion over judgment, okay? Today, I pray that my heart is filled with understanding and compassion over judgment. Now, now I declare and decree that the power of my tongue shall manifest now. So we got Anchor. So I'm gonna read this poem out of this book that's called Free. And the reason why, like I said, it's just like I was thinking about the daily brain dumps, and then I was thinking about the release list. Um, it's just when it comes down to like your mind, sometimes when you are in like place or a state or or a setting where you just feel like you can't trust anybody or you can't talk to anybody or people are fake, people are phony. When you start realizing that about people, my love, you have to make a mental escape. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to make a place in your mind that those people cannot access. So again, when I say I declare and I decree today, I walk in realms that my enemies cannot access, and my enemies cannot enjoy my victories, and they cannot reverse my victories. And the reason why they can't reverse my victories is because I found a safe place in my mind. That's why I don't connect to people. That's why I don't have sex. That's why I don't have friends, and that's why I don't have a lover. You get what I'm saying? Because I peep game nowadays. I really understood that just because of the type of business that I have, 5 Star Readings LLC, and you got these low vibrational people that literally had the mindset of, oh, Kiara, she knew all of, such and such business, but such and such stay way in New York, such and such stay way in Chicago, such and such stay way in New Jersey, such and such stay way in Georgia, such and such stay way in Alabama. You get what I'm saying? It's like people had painted that picture of me that I quote unquote knew everybody's business and things, but it's just like I never knew anyone's business. All I know is when I feel energy and when I see certain things, I might not be able to, put a picture, paint everything, perfectly in the beginning. But then when I sit back and I realize, I'm like, okay, so this man was playing me the whole entire time. So this whole entire time, this man was being manipulative. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man was running around here sleeping with different women, but I wasn't. This man running around here lying, going to clubs, throwing his money on hoes and all that stuff, but I wasn't. But yet, I was the one that had to sit back and deal with all the burdens. And then this man expects for, him to come to the realization of what he's done to me. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not, when it comes down to love and when it comes down to my partner, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the person that I'm supposed to be with, like, when it comes down to bad blood and bad energy, I don't have any of that. I don't have bad blood or bad energy. So when it come down to a man just leaving me, you know what I'm saying? Like, leaving me to struggle for years. Like, years at a time, leaving me to struggle, and then expecting for me to accept you when you call my phone, or you're expecting for me to be happy when I see you. Hell no. Let me tell you, I'm only happy to the man that provides. I'm only happy with the man that does for me. You get what I'm saying? The man that pays my bills, put me in cars, cars that are mine and are paid for. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in no situation with no man. Oh yeah, he put you in a car, a temporary car, but when he got mad or upset, he told you to up them keys. You get what I'm saying? And that's not the type of relationship I want. You get what I'm saying? That's not the type of relationship I want. That's not the type of man I want. That is not, like, I kid you not. If I was to ever be in a relationship with any man that did that, I would literally, as soon as I hand him them keys back, he say, give me them keys. I'm going to hand him them keys, and I am going to go on about my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, because the thing is, my love, ain't no man finna sit around here and control me with no car. You get what I'm saying? No man gonna control me with no car. No man gonna control me with no house. No man's gonna control me with no job, no money, or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, if that's how they feel about control, then guess what? I'm good without it. You get what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you feel, oh, I'm a take this person's money from them, and then I'm going to give their money that they rightfully need to survive in this world. So I'm gonna stop their money and then put somebody else up on a pedestal. But the person that they put up on a pedestal looks up to 5-Star Key. The person that they put up on a pedestal has to look at me for information, insight, and intelligence. But yet I get, you know what, the bottom of the boot. The end of the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ate all the steak off the bone, so there's nothing left for me. So you want me to just sit around and wait on a man that purposely starved me out? He purposely did these things to me and my child. And it's just like, you want me to be okay with wanting to be in your face again? You want me to be okay with, you know, oh, I don't have, finances ain't right where it's supposed to be. Because I'm going to be honest with you, my love. 5-Star Key, Kiara Clarice, 5-Star Readings 1, 2, The Notebook, Brick by Brick, The Church Within, Kiara Clarice 1 and 2. We ain't broke. You get what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to my mindset, I'm not broke at all. If YouTube, TikTok, and those platforms, if they paid me correctly how they pay everybody else, then guess what? You would never hear me complain about not having anything to eat. You wouldn't hear me complain about not having things, for me and my child. Because the thing is, they're paying me correctly. The thing is, I'm eating every day on the day, on the dollar. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing everything the right way, and everything is like I said, everything is falling into place. But like I said though, for those 3-4 years when it wasn't, if I had a fucked up mindset like half of these other people, I would have been out here selling pussy. I would have been out here selling anything that I could sell just to make ends meet. But see, the reason why I didn't open up that door is because I knew where that would have led me in the future. You get what I'm saying? Like, these people, they shut the door on my YouTube channel. They shut the door on my platforms. They shut the door on my podcast. They chose to do those things to me. That's why I can choose not to work with certain people. That's why I can choose not to deal or be around or even communicate with certain people. Because literally, they had a choice to discredit me. They had a choice to energy harvest off of me. They had a choice to send the police to abuse and attack me. They had a choice to sneak in my home or not. You get what I'm saying? They had a choice to go in my mailbox or not. They had a choice to use my mailbox or not. You get what I'm saying? And they chose to do all those fraudulent things. They chose to do all those manipulative things to me. So with that being said, it's like, okay, well, since we all have choices, right? Even though I do love people, even though I do love to be around people, conversate with people, just to get different perspectives on different, topics, different things in life. I just like to get different people's perspective, no matter what race you are, what origin you are. I'm not racist at all by a long shot. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, it's just like, those people had a choice. You know what I'm saying? They had a choice to either what? Accept me or reject me. That was their choice, and they chose to reject me. So with that being said, I have a choice. You get what I'm saying? Now I have choices, because at first, you know, when it comes down to choices, I would just pretty much accept, like, oh, I like the way she is, or I like the way he is, or I like the way he looks, or I like the way she looks, or I like the way, you know, oh, we conversate, it's so much fun, it's so funny, and things like that. You get what I'm saying? Like me personally, I look at people for the joy of people. I don't necessarily look at people for, you know, for the discredit a person. You get what I'm saying? Because I notice everything I do on the internet, it's just like every time I turn around, you got somebody that was trying to discredit me. Like any little thing I've done. I'm talking about any little thing. They'll just be like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm not cool with that. I don't like that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? But now it's my turn to say, okay, well, I don't like that type of shit, so I feel like we should reject that. So now it's my turn. Because when it comes down to my platform, my business and things like that, I created a business. I got up off my ass and I created a business just so me, my child, my husband, my future kids on down the line, we wouldn't have to struggle and we wouldn't have to worry, we wouldn't have to want. That's why I always keep God first, because God said, I shall not want. So with that being said, it's just like, you know, what, like at first I had to see like, okay, what am I doing and who am I keeping around me? Like, why am I in a situation to where I'm constantly wanting? Why am I in a situation to where I'm constantly needing? But it's not me needing a man. It's not me needing anything. It's just me needing my money that I rightfully earned on this platform. And all the energy that those people have harvested, those content creators, those other people. It's just like people were just stealing my ideas, stealing my ideas, stealing my ideas. Nobody sat back and said, Kiara, I got some money for you. Check your cash app. Oh, you got coffee, girl? I'm sending you some coffee money. I'm gonna send you about $30. You can drink coffee for like what? You know, a week and a half. You can get up in the morning, go get you some coffee for about a week and a half. Nobody thought to say those things to me. Nobody thought to really be a friend to me. Because literally when I look back at text messages from, I'm talking about some of these decent men, because I feel like some of these men was kind of decent. But me personally, I'm just not looking for a fling. You get what I'm saying? Like on a personal note, I'm not looking for no sex partner, no sex friend, no sex buddy. You get what I'm saying? I'm not looking for no sexual partner. I'm looking for was looking for something long term. You get what I'm saying? But me personally, I need a man with a backbone. I don't need no man that sits up here and let these women run over them, or let his friends run over them, or these people trick the fuck out his ass and get him to fuck slap over me, and then now I'm looking at his ass like he's a op because he running with y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, that's how I'ma always look at it. If I have a friend, like I'ma just be real with you. Now my friend can be cool with anybody. You know what I'm saying? My friend can be cool with anybody. I don't give a fuck. These hoes do not like me or whatever the fuck. My friend can be cool with him. I don't give a fuck. But the moment I peep some shady ass shit with my friend, like, okay, you sat back and you let them hoes run it about me, or you sat back and you let them hoes plot on me, or you sat back and you gave them hoes my address, you sat back and you did all that wicked shit, you stole my food stamps. You get what I'm saying? You stole my food stamp card. You lied on me, got me fired from my job. You did all type of weird, wicked shit just to gain something from people who don't even give a fuck about your ass. You get what I'm saying? And that be the thing. Like that's why family is so important to me. That's why if I do ever have a real friend, or if I do ever find a real friend in life, whether it is a male friend or a female friend, because I'm single, so I can have a male friend, but you know, it's just the male friend is only tricky when I get in a relationship. Now that's the only tricky part. It's only tricky when I get in a relationship. But other than that, you know, I can have a male friend all day long. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody gonna complain because I don't have a man. And the man can't say shit about a male friend. Especially if, like I said, my male friend, he bringing me weed, he bringing me twisted teas, coffee, he dropping off money every now and then. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is my friend. He could do, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could come in here, he could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my friend. He making sure the basic things that I need. He's making sure I have the basic things that I need. And you know what's so wild is the man that so-called say he love a person, he can't even fulfill my basic essential needs. But my friend can though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why my friend be around. That's why I love my friend. That's why me and my friend, we wild together. We can laugh, we can joke, talk shit. It's just fun. You get what I'm saying? Because my friend is my friend. But yet this man, he want to be my man, but he's not even a friend to me first. He just want to, you know how some men, they be feeling like, oh, well, I don't have time to be your friend. I just want to be your man. No. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you got to get to know a person. Like, people, just especially how I operate, especially the things that I've been through and experienced, it's like nowadays, people gotta make it comfortable. You get what I'm saying? You know how people be trying to make everything uncomfortable. Because if things make you uncomfortable, then guess what? Your heart or your mind not gonna be in an uncomfortable setting. Your heart or your mind is not gonna be with an uncomfortable person. You get what I'm saying? Like, if somebody not making you feel comfortable or relaxed, or, you know, like, oh, you're safe here, you don't have to worry about this or that, you can just really relax and, you know, damn near fall asleep. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's just like, I like when people make me feel that way. When people make me feel that way, like I said, I just, you know, I'm more so open. I'm more so, like I said, just comfortable. Like, everything flows more easily when you're comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you're uncomfortable, you'll be in a rage. You'll be, you know, you'll be confused. You'll be paranoid when you're uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, you don't know whether you can trust this person or that person. You get what I'm saying? That's why when it comes down to me, I ask, you know, questions. Like, especially if somebody see candles or a medium book or a Bible in my house, and they'll be like, can I trust you? I'm like, well, why wouldn't you trust me? I literally invited you in my home, and literally, I knew I was inviting you in my home, and I left the medium book there on purpose just so you could see it, or I left my candles right there on purpose just so you can see it, because I don't have anything to hide. You get what I'm saying? And that be the thing with people. Sometimes people be like, you know, when they see things, you know, a medium book or candles or something, you know, they'll be like, are you into those spirits? Are you into voodoo and things? Like, just because women have those things, my love, does not mean they're into those things. Now, when you have gotten attacked spiritually, because that's my thing every time. When I've gotten attacked spiritually so many times, and so many things have been taken from me. So when it comes down to it, when I learn about certain things, it's just me learning. You get what I'm saying? Like, 5-Star Readings LLC has been I'm talking about a major, major help in my life. Because you know how they say, you know, counselors, gurus, and guides, they are here to help people like us that want guidance, that want, you know, some type of elevation, whether it is spiritually, mentally, physically. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we be wanting those things, and that's why God puts us in certain people's face, so they can help us. You get what I'm saying? Now, when it does come down to the help, of course, sometimes you got to pay for it, and then sometimes you just got to be a dedicated person. You get what I'm saying? But majority of the time, when it comes down to your spiritual help, of course, if you want somebody else's help, of course they want payment. But then if you're looking for guidance, you could just literally watch a person and see, you be like, okay, so I can do my squats like that. Or, you know, I can season my fish with that, you know what I'm saying? Or, I can use this eyebrow pencil or whatever for my eyebrows. You get what I'm saying? Or, I can go over there to get my hair done or my feet done, or, you know what I'm saying? I can go to this shop over there to buy some clothes because that lady, she showed me that in woo. You get what I'm saying? It's just kind of like that when it comes down to spiritual elevation, guidance in your spiritual journey. Because like I said, you got some people in this world that will only quote unquote do things based on a quote unquote spiritual team. You get what I'm saying? Spiritual teams, spiritual leaders, or whatever the case is. But when it come down to it, when it come down to certain teams, you know, certain teams ain't all the way right. And me personally, that's why I don't want to join nobody's team. You know, like I don't want to join nobody's team at all. I don't even want to call, I don't even want to call something, like when it comes down to spirituality, I don't even want to call it a team, because like I said, you can have a team, and for one, on a team, everybody has different positions. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has different positions on a team, but everybody has one goal. And that goal is either to win or accomplish something. You get what I'm saying? But it's to either win or accomplish something great. But now you got team members on a spiritual team that are evil and wicked. You got some spirit teams, they will, I guess the head of the spirit team, they will tell the rookies to go out in the world and do their dirty work, like go stalk people and shit. You get what I'm saying? Oh, go infiltrate that person's job. Go infiltrate that person's business. Mimic that person. You can be that person better than that person. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got people that are on spiritual teams that are silly and stupid. And the reason why I say that's stupid is because it's like, why would we gather up? Like, okay, just say if you smart, you know how to read. If you want to learn more about spirituality, read your book. If you want to know more about spirituality, read your Bible. If you want to know more about Webster's dictionary, read Webster's dictionary. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, all the spiritual teams that I have been seeing over these past couple years have not been spiritual teams. They have been manipulators using people. You get what I'm saying? And then they want to call that a team. And they want to say it's a team because they all do their dirty work together. Like, they all in on the dirty work. They all in on taking these kids. They all in on manipulating this woman. They all in on trying to just take something and destroy something. You get what I'm saying? They're all in on the same thing. So it just kind of like, where's the spiritual team at? Because God ain't even involved in their spiritual team. When it comes down to Jesus, my love, Jesus don't even be a part of their spiritual teams. Yeshua, Yahweh don't be a part of their spiritual teams. And the reason why is because, my love, they have hidden agendas. They will never tell you the truth, because the thing is, when it comes down to anchoring, right? Anchoring is something that, even when you think about anchoring on the ship, they throw that anchor down so that ship can stay in place. So an anchor is pretty much stability, security, and grounding. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you turn around and think about it. So anchoring. Be my anchor in these storms in life. Jesus, you hold my heart steady as we embark on our new journey, for I know I am ready. I lower my sails as I feel the winds of change approaching. I put my faith in you. I steer in one direction, but the winds keep pushing me in another. God, bring peace to these raging winds that cause confusion. The waves crash into my small boat. I feel at any moment it will capsize. Jesus, be the anchor for my ever-wandering soul. I have no more fear as I feel your peace surrounding me. The waves make me cling to you that much more. And I know that these waves cannot last much longer, for you hold all power in your name. Jesus, I pray you be an anchor to my soul. Now let me tell you. Now, my dad, like my dad used to say all the time, because my dad is too funny. He used to say, like I said, he used to say, that's like beating a dead horse. You know how they say, you know how you got some people that say, you know how when people try to get you to not believe in Jesus and all that stuff, and then it's kind of like the world, just say the whole world believes in Jesus, right? And then you got these certain group of people that's trying to tell you not to believe in Jesus. But it's kind of like, it's literally like beating a dead horse trying to get the world to not believe in Jesus, like literally. Like, to me, that's the most dumbest thing people can, like, that's the dumbest deal that them folks can take from the devil. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, get that person out to believe in Jesus. But why? You get what I'm saying? Like, first, when you think about it, my love, you got to think like, why do these people not want certain people to believe in Jesus? The reason why I feel like is because, you'll live forever and ever and ever in Jesus. You have eternal life in Jesus. And it don't stink either. You know what I'm saying? It's not no, what you call that? It's not shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be feeling like Jesus don't have no shit with him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Jesus don't have no shit with him. And see, that's what other people fail to realize. Jesus didn't have to kill nobody. He didn't have to sleep around to get to the top. He didn't have to sacrifice nobody to get to where he went. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like Jesus, the way I'm seeing it, it's kind of like Jesus ascended and then he descended after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ascended to the highest heaven after a while. But then, maybe Jesus was like, you know what? I want a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Jesus was saying it, maybe I want a family. Maybe I want, maybe I do want to enjoy this world. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, at that point, because I did also hear that Jesus did find his family. And when he found his family and, he wound up taking his family somewhere and they were safe. And, they were safe, they were secure, they were sound, and nobody bothered them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people still believe in Jesus. And let me tell you, Jesus is somebody that, I really feel like Jesus is a historical figure. And Jesus is black. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be having these pictures of, Jesus in these different colors and things, but Jesus is black because it said it in the Bible. So with that being said, I could just imagine everything that Jesus had went through. You get what I'm saying? Like, just imagine the police, like, Jesus got arrested one time. You know what I'm saying? Jesus got arrested. Jesus got beaten. Jesus had gotten put out of places. And the only reason why he got put out of places is because he believed in himself and he was never ever selfish. Like, and he stayed down. Like, I'ma keep that. I'ma keep it G all the way. I'm talking about Laganya. I'ma keep it Laganya on that ass. Like, I just had to say the G. Because, I just had to say it. I just had to say Jesus kept it Laganya. and the reason why I'm saying that is because just think about how long Jesus stayed down until he figured out how to come up. Because guess what? Nobody helped Jesus come up. He had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Even though, his dad took his soul, but he still found his soul. You know what I'm saying? He still found his soul at the end of it all. He didn't let those demons, he didn't let the devil tempt him while he was out there in the wilderness. He didn't let, and then that devil tempting him could have been drugs, sex, party, club. It could have been a lot. You know what I'm saying? When they say a devil tempt you or a devil tempting, it could be more than just a beautiful man or a beautiful woman. It could be more than just, it could just be more than that. Or sex, you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they be like, oh, don't tempt me. It'd be like, okay, that's a beautiful woman or that's a beautiful man. Or, or is sex involved in a situation. You get what I'm saying? But it's like Jesus didn't fall victim to that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fall victim to the temptation. Oh, these people want to argue because they know that if they argue with Jesus and Jesus exchanges energy with them, then they're taking on his energy in some type of way. So with that being said, I do understand now, why people would be like, keep it on the hush, or, be more quiet and things like that. You get what I'm saying? And I believe I understand why. It's because you literally got people that will just try to fuss with you and pick with you, just to argue with you, just to get some energy off of you. And it's sad. Like, even if, like, just say, like, because some people pick with you and say certain things, and then they think they're getting energy off you, but then when you be like, okay, well, I'm just talking to you, and I'm telling you this now. I have understanding and compassion over judgment. So with that being said, I'll let you say what you say. So guess what? You'll dump your energy on me. And then, however you feel about whatever you're saying, I could judge whatever you're saying, because it's like when you peep that people are trying to get you out of your character, or when people are trying to get you to look at things from a lower perspective, or even try to switch perspectives with you, because you got some people that will try to do that. They'll try to say, you got some people that will try to get you to look at somebody in a negative light. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's how you view a person. I don't view a person like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you view somebody in a negative way, then you view the person in a negative way. I don't have to, how can I say this? Other people don't have to put their perspective on you. Now, when you talking about something, be like, okay, well, that bell there, that bell there, that cow there, you know what I'm saying? We just talking about it, right? But then you got people saying, oh, you look like a cow. Oh, she don't like cow clothes. So everybody, flood the timeline with cow clothes. Oh, she don't like people with red shirts. So everybody, flood the timeline with red shirts. You get what I'm saying? And that's how people try to trigger you. Have you noticed that? Like, people will try to trigger you in certain ways. They will literally, I don't know how these people do this, the engineering shit behind the scenes. But it's kind of like they will put certain things in your face, and to see if you recognize that that person is energy harvesting, or will you recognize that that person is not in their energy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you just, that's why the internet was supposed to be a fun place, but people have literally made the internet a prison. Like, people have literally made the internet a prison, because you got people on these podcasts, on these platforms, that literally kill people daily with their words. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? I know I ain't got the best, well, I'm going to say at first. You know what I'm saying? Now, at first, I use my words wisely. I use my words good. But then after these people came through and did whatever the fuck they did, it's just like I stopped caring. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just stopped caring, because it's like, you destroyed my business. I can understand if you and your wife don't like me. And that's perfectly fine, because I probably don't like you and your wife either. But it's like, I can understand if you and your wife don't like me. But for you to constantly be in my platform, listening to my platform, and then you want to try to block me because you listening to everything the fuck I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, you literally listen to everything I say, and then you want to turn around and get me blocked. You want to turn around and get me banned. You want to turn around and let these quote unquote elite people harvest off my energy for years and years and years and years and years, and you never decide to give me not $1 off of it. Like, that's just, like, I kid you not. When it come down to my compassion, and when it come down to my understanding, like, I understand a lot now. I can understand that you don't like me. I can understand you and your wife don't like me, your kids. I can understand all that. And that's perfectly fine. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, my love, everybody don't like everybody. Now, if I walk this earth and I sat up here and I told you that I like everybody that I see every single day, then that would be a fucking lie if I told you that. You get what I'm saying? But if I turned around and I said, well, yeah, I like some people, I don't like everybody, that would be the absolute truth. But for me to sit around here and try to discredit a woman from feeding her child, for me to try to discredit anybody for being creative, for me to try to discredit anybody is a no-go for me. You get what I'm saying? Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I remember like any man that quote unquote say they fell out with me because of my mouth or whatever. It's a reasoning behind why we fell out. It's a reasoning behind why I say what I say. It's a reasoning behind how I feel the way I feel. You get what I'm saying? Like some of these men, they be forgetting what the fuck they do. They literally be forgetting. But then when I be like, okay, I reminded you of how you disrespected me. I remember when you said that I was so uncreative. Remember how you said everybody laughed at my music. Remember what you said. You said everybody laughed at my music and everybody said that everything that I created was trash. That is what you said. That is what you said, and you made me feel so small because I thought I did so good. I literally thought I did super duper good, and you said I was trash. You said everything I did was trash. Everybody on the track was laughing at me. Nobody really supported me. So guess what? I fell back. You get what I'm saying? I fell back because of that. Because nobody, like I said, I'm a creative person, and I kid you not, I love being creative. Like I just love doing it. I love making the little skits and shit. Like I just love doing that shit at that time. Like as you can see, you could tell the way my look was changing, and the reason why is because people kept saying, "Oh, you know, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right." People sit up here trying to tell me that I'm slow or retarded or something, and I'm like, bitch, I literally got more sense. I'm talking about I got more sense and common sense than a lot of these motherfuckers. Like these bitches literally gotta connect to each other to be a smart motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm solo around this motherfucker. But them motherfuckers literally gotta connect their mindset to this nigga, connect their mindset to that bitch, and you know they gotta connect all these different ways to try to be something or overcome something or somebody. But I don't have to do that. I don't have to connect to nobody. That's why I be telling y'all, I do not want my man like that. I don't want my man having all those demons and those entities, you know, in his head, in his mind, body, and soul all the time. So then that means literally I wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? We have a good night and then we wake up the next day and you might flip out or trip out on me. You get what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't like that. I don't like that type of relationship, and I don't like that type of person because I'm not that type of person. Now, when it comes down to my personality, you know, I don't mind showing certain sides of me. And the reason why I don't mind is because you know how sometimes you be having those intrusive thoughts and you want to just say something, or you just be wanting to say something, or you just be want to do something really wild, or you be want to do something really crazy just for a second. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, that's why I like to show my personality, is because, you know, sometimes when I do think about doing silly things, you know, I'm like, shit, you know, let me do this silly thing. You know, let me do this silly thing real quick. You know, I don't mean no harm. And, hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. I'm like, let me do this silly thing real quick. I just want to say it. You know, I just want to say it. I just got to scream one time. Hey, fuck you. Hey, sir, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I just be wanting to say little silly things. Like with my sister, we was in Mississippi. Like, it was a video. I got to find it. It's a video on my old Snapchat, I think. Snapchat, TikTok. I think it was Snapchat. But me and my sister, I used to ride in the car with my sister, whatever, when we stayed in Mississippi. And I'm talking about I had them bitches pissing weak. I'm talking about them bitches was pissing weak because I'll be like, I ride in the car with my sister, I see somebody walking down the road, and I roll the window down, and like I said, my sister driving. So I roll the window down and I scream out the window, pussy for sale. I'm like, pussy for sale. Do you know them bitches damn near wreck laughing at me? Like them bitches was, I'm talking about, like my sister Liz, she be like, my oldest sister, she be like, cause she know I'm gonna get her ass. You know what I'm saying? She know I'm gonna get her ass, so she lock my window. She'll lock my motherfucking window because she be like, bitch. You know, bitch, you ain't finna roll my motherfucking window down and tell these niggas this pussy for sale. But that shit used to be so fucking funny, I'm telling you. But then I think I did that one time with my man. My ex was in the car one time. I think I did that shit one time when he was in the car. It was some crackhead lady walking down the street. And you know, he was selling crack at the time. Sorry, my love, for telling your business, but yeah, he was a crack dealer. And he was selling crack at the time, and I saw a crackhead walking down the street. I'm like, dick for sale! Dick for sale! That nigga looked at me like... That nigga looked at me like, bitch, you wildin'. It was just so fucking funny because I'm telling you, nah, that's, to me, that was like priceless. You get what I'm saying? That was like a priceless moment. You get what I'm saying? Like even back then when I used to say that with my sister now, like, oh, that should be priceless shit. You know what I'm saying? Priceless shit that if you try to recreate it, you can tell that somebody recreated that shit. Like when me and my homegirl Joy, we was at, where was we at? I think she had a flat tire or something. She had a flat tire and I was recording this video. Cause, you know, I don't know if I had a flat tire or she did, but one of us did. And we had to go get some Fix-A-Flat from the store. And we wound up putting that Fix-A-Flat off in that tire. And we were just like, yeah, girl, fuck these niggas. What we the niggas around here? Because these niggas is not shit. They'll leave a bitch on the side of the road with a flat ass tire. They wouldn't give a fuck. You know? But I had a video like that. I forgot where it is. But I saw somebody recreate that video. The other day I saw somebody, one of the content creators recreate a video that I made. But like I said, they always recreated my videos. But it's just like at this point, they have been recreating my videos for years at this point. So it's just like at this point, I need to be getting paid from those content creators and those thieves. You know, those elite people, whoever the fuck told them people to energy harvest. So I should have asked that person. When that person said that they energy harvest off of me, I should have asked them, does that pay? Because, bitch, I didn't agree to them energy harvesting off of me. They just chose to do whatever the fuck they chose to do. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, at this point, I need me some coins because ain't no free energy around here. Ain't no free energy, bitch. Y'all hoes owe me. And if y'all, well, hell, that's literally like a spiritual attack, though. So with that being said, it's just kind of like, damn, you know, like where's God at this point? Because at this point, I have way too many enemies. For it to just be me and my daughter, I have way too many enemies. So with that being said, I need God to hurry up and restore these finances. And then if they know where I live at, I do need to move. I need to move. So therefore, you know, I won't be around these enemies. I won't be around, you know, people that purposely try to keep me without money and shit. Cause that, like I said, money makes the world go round. That's how you get things done in life. So for people to literally sit back and be like, oh, well, she don't need no money. She don't need what she's creating. The content that she's creating is trash. Like, that's the type of shit they'll try to tell me. Like, they'll literally try to tell me, my love, the content that Kiara creates, aka me, 5-star Key, Kiara Clarice, 1 and 2. And it's just like, they'll try to tell me that the content that I'm creating is trash. But then they'll literally turn around and create the same content that I just said. Or they'll literally turn around and do exactly what I just said. But it's just like, you know, I could care less about them doing what I say, but it's just, you know, pay me my money, like put me back in the algorithm. Why was they even playing with my algorithm? How did they even fire me and I didn't even know anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, and that be the part that I be wanting people to really understand is that I really be minding my business, like on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I real live be minding my business. Now, when it comes down to my platform, YouTube and things, yes, I do like to create content. Yes, I do like to make money, and I do have different, you know, creative gifts. You get what I'm saying? And I do have certain insights on different things and different topics, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I do have different insight. So for people to literally just come together and say that I'm everybody's fucking enemy is some wild ass shit. But anyway, my love, like I said, keep God first always, no matter what people say, because I kid you not. I kid you not. If I would have went against God, then that means I probably would have been out here full of kids, full of STDs, full of lies, full of deception, full of misery. You know what I'm saying? Full of depression and shit. And it's just like all those things don't last over here. And I was looking back at my video. And I was like, what you mad for? And that was so funny because it just made me think of probably when I was a kid or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you're a kid and your parents be like, girl, there's no reason for you to be mad at all, period. So what you mad for? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that type of energy. It's like, what you mad for? Like, you know? And I was saying the other day, I'm like, yeah, when people get mad and people be laughing because they think that shit is funny, and it's just like, hell, maybe I should start thinking that getting mad is funny too, because it's like, literally, like, what are you mad for? You get what I'm saying? But even though I know people can get mad because people mess with your finances, people go in your house, people try to control you, and they don't ask you. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you what they want. They just trying to force you to do something. So it's just kind of like, you know, I can understand why certain people have been mad, or I can understand why hell I've been mad. You know what I'm saying? Like on a deeper soul level, I can just understand why my dad was mad, my grandma was mad. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just understand why people was mad, because it's just like, damn, these people literally are saying that we're crazy when I'm not even bothering these people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these people literally saying that I'm crazy. These people literally saying that I'm irritating them or I'm bothering them when I haven't did anything to these people. I'm literally on my platform trying to make my money. That's literally it. But anyway, my love, I am thankful for this conversation. I'm probably gonna go get me some coffee or something. But anyway, I'll see you later, my love.